guys know, as per today, it's already the 12th of January, which is the 2 days before UCAS closing deadlines. But because I live in Indonesia, which is like earlier than UK's local time, so it's like we still have time until the 15th, obviously. But I don't want to risk anything, so I will maybe submit the application, if not tomorrow, then the day after tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna be like an overview of UCAS first. And by the way, there's like Fatia here hanging out with me, just minding her own business, and I told her to don't mind my yapping. So UCAS, what's UCAS? UCAS is like, it's like an application portal for all university in UK. It's like all-in-one service gitu loh. Jadi you guys only choose like 5 university, and then yeah, like that's the only portal, that's the only way to get in. I think it's like that. The website is so easy to navigate and stuff, so maybe some people said like they need agent like this and this, but I don't think that's necessary because I don't use agent. I fill everything out by myself, and I think that is perfectly fine, and I'm capable of it, so you guys will be capable of it too. So wait, let's talk about my qualifications or the university. I think let's talk about the qualifications. So what do I have that I am brave to just create an account in UCAS? What do I have that I'm brave enough to apply to universities in UK? I already got my IB results because like in my school we did IB in the first 2 years, and the last 1 year is like we do the national curriculum. So yeah, we do have our IB results already last year of July. So I was May 25, and last year July is the announcement. So what do I get? Well, I get a score of 40. Woo! Like I was gonna post like a video reaction, but it's nowhere to be edited. So like yeah, let's just keep that for later. And my predicted one was 35, and my real one is 30, and the real one is instead of Indo ASL, it's like English A but in Indonesia, because obviously I live in Indonesia. It's 6, and it is very predictable because like I actually still can't understand anything up until I'm doing the external assessment question. I still don't understand some part of what I do, but like yeah, let's just go through it. And then for English B, well, I did bad on my writing because like listening I got 7, writing I got 7. So like this is the component score. The IO I got 6, but the writing I got 5. That was because that was because of a dumb mistake, because like the prompt, can I disclose this information? But like the prompt for last year external assessment, and like the prompt that I chose was about you are like a promoting an academic course or something, like additional courses gitu to prepare for something gitu. And like I don't know, I'm just too apa ya, kayak alihkan gitu loh perhatianku, karena I'm too focused on kayak apa sih, ada banget gitu, kayak so asik banget gitu. Aku kan kayak seakan-akan I am a student that already got into like university gitu kan, karena ada les ini, like it's like aku kayak terlalu yakin, terlalu aneh, pokoknya blunder banget gitu. Entah writing itu kayak blunder banget. But yeah, it's like it's okay then. 6 is pretty good, but that holds a special memory in my heart. And that's the reason I don't really like doing like the long passages types of question, because it really depends on what my mind state are di saat itu gitu. Jadi kayak yeah, I prefer like yeah, that's why I don't really like doing essays actually. And then BMSL I got 7, and it's very predicted because like oh my god, I literally mastered it like outside to inside gitu loh. Kayak everybody already said BM tuh gampang kan, and then I take SL because like I don't really need BM, and like I literally hacked the system bro. I try to think as I am one of the examiner and like ya udah aku ngeprint silabusnya, I take notes from the syllabus, I strictly limit myself, cuman kayak ya udah belajar dari silabus aja biar otakku gak kemana-mana. And then yeah, oh my god, it helped me so much. Literally aku kayak tahu tips and triknya secara naturally. BM is like such a free point for me. I got 7. And then math first ya, mathku itu adalah come on, the lowest level of math bro. Kayak semua orang meremehkanku untuk matematikaku, but they don't know my real potential. I just choose math ISL because I want to. Really? Why? Really? Oh my god, see? Fatih just laughed at me. Sumpah, I'm not that bad at math. Woi, SAT mathku berapa woi?
Berapa, boy?
750.
Oh, sama.
See?
I didn't get enough sleep, yeah. And I would
Me too ya. Oh my god, I spent
No.
the night until 12
IB and SAT is different. SAT, anyone can do it. Literally anyone without people who don't take IB can also do it. IB is different.
But our score is the
Okay,
same.
fine.
Okay, fine. Met ISL, I got 7. It's so predicted. Tapi kayak, what the hell? Aku kayak, I feel betrayed gitu loh guys. Karena aku kayak literally gak belajar apa-apa gitu Met ISL. Like, aku belajar kayak, ya udah gitu. 1 hari sebelum the real Met AI. Karena I'm too focused on learning the other subjects. Kayak math itu kayak oh my god, I don't know what to study anymore. Itu kayak se-easy point itu. Math ISL is like pelajaran anak SMP, and I still managed to get a 7. So like alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. And then the gong part is the amazing decision I take for my IB curriculum is I take a double science double group for HL. Well, maybe for some international students outside, it's very common. But like in my school, it's like a new IB school. It's not common, you guys. In my cohort, there's only like 3 orang yang ngambil itu. And then yeah, I managed to get a 6 and a 6. Well, like it's a pretty much so score ya guys. Tidak sebagus itu. Oh my god, should I wear this?
Yeah, that's cute.
Okay, so that's for the IB. Okay, jadi dari IB 40 itu, where do I try to apply myself to? Jadi ya udah, aku habis sebut my score, aku tuh kayak cuman sebenarnya mau daftar UK buat coba-coba aja gitu. So like I start to search gitu. Oh enggak, it start way before that. Kayak habis EA, tapi sebelum pengumuman tuh aku udah research di mana yang biomed, because I obviously can't take medicine karena ada UCAT and like it's too much of a work. Aku cari, oh ini 35 minimal. At that point aku ya belum bayangin gitu loh aku bisa dapat 40. So like 35. Okay, I think I'm going to probably able to get 35, like 36, 37. Oke. Tapi aku juga nemu, oh ini Imper 39, UCL 38. It's like, can I do that? Yo chat, can I do that? Terus habis itu ya udah, aku habis dapat nilai IB itu kayak aku lupa aku pernah bikin notes itu gitu. Terus aku kayak around 1 month kemudian tuh kayak aku buka notes itu kayak wow, all of the university that I list there itu bisa aku masukin, dan itu gap nilainya jauh gitu. Kayak di KCL or like Edinburgh something tuh cuman 35, 36, and I think 40 is a very safe point gitu. Terus kayak I should try daftar UCAS. Terus ya udah, I try daftar UCAS and my choice is drumroll everybody, drumroll. Let's go to my application. Yes, so my application I already select my choices is this, you guys. So let's start from like the lowest priority. First itu Edinburgh. Dari semua ini tuh Edinburgh paling rendah ranknya. Habis itu ada KCL. Nah KCL ini juga sama, biomedical science, and KCL is kind of like 37, 36 gitu. So it's still a safe spot, but and lots of the information said katanya KCL itu decisionnya datang cepat, makanya kayak okay, I'll choose KCL for another safe spot. Yeah, so the competitive one that I choose is UCL and Imperial. And dummy, I don't know if it's a dumb step or not, but in UCL I chose to major because like oh my god, I'm so intrigued this major. Jadi di UCL itu ada, ini you guys can see, ada applied medical science sama cancer biomedicine. See, itu kayak paling unik majornya UCL itu. major UCL tuh paling unik gitu loh guys. Kayak applied medical science tuh it's like I think it's more close to medicine than biomedical science-nya gitu. It's more of like kerja beneran di medical medical environment-nya gitu. Karena itu memang mereka sudah excels di biomedis gitu loh. And then ada cancer biomedicine. Ini kayak aku tertarik banget karena only UCL have cancer biomedicine as S1 gitu loh. The last choice, the grand choice is of course your favorite rank 2 university, the Imperial College London, and it's medical bioscience. I think it's still pretty much the same with biomedical science, tapi kayak namanya aja yang berubah. Tapi emang secara aku kayak try research itu lebih dekat ke medical environment, medical field kayak. So itu lebih mirip kayak applied medical science-nya gitu. So that is my 5 choices, and with my score of 40, what you guys will think of my acceptance rate?
100%.
Oh no, don't say that. But amin ya Allah, amin. Semoga aku dapet kelima-limanya. Nah, let's talk about the next one, which is the this is like the personal details. So basically, after you guys choose your choices, 5 kan choicesnya, you guys fill out the personal details, like the profile, ada nationality, where you live, contact details, just literally isi aja. To experience nanti di sini kalian bisa di education bisa masukin nilai IB yang kemarin. Terus employment ini kayaknya relevant for S2 aja sih, karena kayak kebanyakan S1 maybe kita belum punya banyak employment gitu kan. Terus personal statement is like the only reason why it's not 100% yet, but I'm still doing that. So basically the personal statement of this year itu kayak beda kan, karena yang kemarin tuh dia harus kayak one long comprehensive personal statement not more than 100 characters, tapi sekarang itu dibagi jadi 3 pertanyaan berbeda.
One of my dumb mistakes itu adalah aku awalnya bikin draftnya tuh kira 4.000 kata, dan I'm so confident with that. The event where like kayak Hari Nasional Pahlawan gitu, and like I was talking with Fatia and like, woi, it's 40 characters not 40 words, and like 100 characters not words, and like, wow.
It's like it's just I'm repeating the same cycle of my life gitu. Kayak dulu aku waktu pertama kali ngerjain IAEE itu kayak aku merasa bahwa I'm so confident with what I wrote gitu loh, kayak okay, ini bagus kok gitu. And then I gave it to like a teacher and like, wow, this needs so much revision. And like, oh, okay, revision, okay gitu. And then like I learned so many things while writing it, blah 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 blah. And when I looked at it now, and at this exact moment, 2 days before submission, when I saw like the first real draft that I made, I was like, wow, this is nowhere near good. And like it's the same cycle. I also did that when I was doing my EE. So like in the end of my EE, I was like looking at my first draft. Wow, thank God I follow all those like advices and recommendations, and this writing got so much better. So I think I really like those personal growth on me. It's like I learned by doing it. It's perfectly fine. Everything doesn't have to be perfect at the first try. Jadi ada cerita lucu juga guys. Kayak UCL nih gila ya. UCL nih requirement-nya tinggi banget buat English-nya. Habis itu aku IELTS kan. IELTS itu I'm not really belajar serius gitu loh. Karena ya itu tadi aku merasa bahwa aku udah aman. And I was like 3 days before IELTS tuh aku kayak jalan mau ke Kopsis, terus Ahmad tiba-tiba kayak kita ngobrol, terus aku bilang kayak aku nggak belajar sih, aku kayak ya udah aku istirahat aja gitu. I take this disband moment to give myself a rest gitu. Terus Ahmad bilang, woi ngapain, ya belajar aja gitu loh, kayak IELTS ya biar sekalian bagus nilainya. And I was like, oh bener juga gitu. And then 3 days before IELTS I start to like grinding and stuff, and like wow, seems like I'm so dumb at IELTS gitu. So I learn, I ask Fatia, I study with like Anin, Juven, and Fatia, and the gang that are studying for IELTS at the time. And well, I got an 8.0, and I was like so shocked. Itu aku buka waktu aku lagi lomba di Bandung kan. Terus kayak kita nyalon dulu gitu, the day before the lomba kita nyalon, and then I keluar dari tempat salonnya itu kayak tiba-tiba ada email, the IELTS result already come out. Terus I was like, terus kita masuk Grab, aku buka, boy, listening 9.0, boy, oh my god, you guys cannot argue with my listening skills. Kayak kemarin sumpah ya, English B ku listeningnya full marks tau. And then IELTS juga full marks, so I think I do have a special skill for listening. But sometimes it doesn't just, it just won't pass to the heart. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know.
It only works for English tests, guys.
I'm sorry. Yeah, and then another qualification that I have tuh, aku juga ada nilai SAT, tapi kan kita nggak pakai SAT ya. Tapi by the way, my SAT score itu 1460. And again, I study like 3 days before that because like waktu itu tuh zaman-zaman wirakarya, woy, and like aku ngerjain wirakarya, aku ngerjain banyak hal, aku ngerjain proses juga kan, kayak ya udah aku lebih suka ngerjain daripada baca SAT. Jadi kayak mathnya 750, Englishnya 710, ya average lah, everybody can reach that. It's not like the Ivy League level. Itu saja cerita tentang qualification tadi, and what do I apply to.